Tonight's presentation of the USL Championship and Phoenix Rising is brought to you in part by Circle K. And it's week 16 in the championship as Phoenix Rising returns home to the Valley of the Sun to play host to a Western Conference foe for the second time this year into Oakland Roots. Want to welcome you high atop the pitch here at 38th in Washington. Killian McClatchy, my partner tonight, Kevin Cardaz, getting the upgrade, the call up to the first team from Rising Radio. Kevin, pleasure to have you here. It should be a fun night tonight between two teams that are locked tight in the Western Conference.
Thanks again, Killian. Really excited to be here. I do expect tonight to be one of the finest games you can have in the championship. Oakland and Phoenix separated by just a single point. They are fantastic sides. Both of them are jockeying for home playoff position. I expect tonight to be nothing but a good game.
Should expect that these two teams, they like to score a lot of goals when they see each other. We'll talk more about that as we get going. Starting off with our Circle K players to watch. First for the home team, it's Jean-Eric Morceau, who's been really a staple in the midfield.
Listen, few central midfielders in the championship are able to drive through the midfield blocks like Jean-Eric Morceau is. He leads Phoenix in 2026 in interceptions, and it's no mistake. He's able to pick up balls, find the forward pass, and most importantly, create crucial chances on the net. Phoenix needs him to be crisp tonight.
They've got Isan Sako up top once again tonight, one of the leaders in the league in goals. Over on the other side, it's a goal scorer himself. It's the strike man, Peter Wilson, reigning Golden Boot winner, leads this club in goals scored. He's going to be looking for the back of the net tonight.
Listen, few number 9s in the USL Championship that are better than Peter Wilson. His runs in behind the back line are fantastic. He is crisp in attack, and most importantly, 4 goals in his last 5 in the championship, 7 so far in 2026. He's lethal, and he's still firing so far. I expect tonight to be no different.
Yeah, and the last one he scored a 93rd game tying goal to steal a point against Birmingham Legion last time out for this club. Well, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We've got starting lineups, kickoff, and everything else tonight from Phoenix. It's Phoenix Rising, Oakland Roots, coming up next.
You're looking at Carvana's newest and proudest customer. So proud that we're teaming up to create Shackvana.
We are? We are.
Shackvana will be 100% online so customers can shop from anywhere.
That's so Shackvana.
About time you caught up. On Shackvana.com, customers can shop tens of thousands of vehicles.
Love it.
And they'll get 7 days to love their ride or their money back. Visit Shackvana or Carvana and buy your car today.
When you trust your heart to Abrazo Health, you're choosing a team who have dedicated their lives helping to save yours.
You're choosing physicians, medical assistants, and providers who commit their lives to understanding every connection and hearing the whole person.
We are here for every heartbeat, from preventative diagnostic testing
to performing complex, life-saving heart surgeries.
We believe heart care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans, now with no payments for 90 days.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
This broadcast of the USL Championship is brought to you in part by Carvana, ASMC, and America First Credit Union. Match 16, Phoenix Rising, Oakland Roots, Pride Night here at 38th and Washington. I want to welcome you back as we get ready for 90 minutes in the championship on what has turned into a beautiful evening in the Valley of the Sun. We're going to start off with our starting lineups tonight for these two clubs as they come into this one. Get ready to go. Starting off with the visitors from Oakland Roots, record of 4 wins, 3 losses, 6 draws, 18 points, sitting 4th in 2026, led by Ryan Martin. One big change tonight, Kevin, is between the sticks. Kendall McIntosh getting the starting goal.
Yeah, McIntosh coming in, replacing Raphael Spiegel. He did have a clean sheet in USL play just 2 weeks ago, but it is a shock change between the sticks, so it's interesting to see what will happen for McIntosh tonight in net.
And then Peter Wilson, as we mentioned, up top. Danny Trejo, former Rising man. Expect him on the left side. Over on the other side for Pablo Ducá, his side, 4 wins, 4 losses, 5 draws, 17 points sitting right behind. Here's the lineup that they have going for them. The big thing, getting some reinforcements back on the bench for this Phoenix Rising team. Dambaji and Kelvin Arase both available tonight.
Listen, Phoenix has been plagued by injuries in a way that no team in the USL Championship has, not just this year, but over the last 2 years combined. But seeing these guys return to the bench is not only confidence boosting, but it's inspiring because this summer run-in is as hard as it gets for any team in the USL. Nobody plays in the heat that Phoenix Rising does, and they need those guys not only on the bench, but at times in the starting 11 going forward.
There are the hosts donning the all black with the red. And Phoenix Rising, Oakland Roots, the all white with the colorful pattern on the front. And the trims, our head referee this evening, Ricardo Fierro, will be the man keeping track of all the action as we get ready to go for another night in the USL Championship. A big match is Pablo Ducá's side. We mentioned just 1 point separating the two of them. Oakland sitting in fourth with 18 points. Phoenix with 17. Second meeting of the year. It was a doozy of a match we saw the first time, Kevin, at the early part of the season. A 2-2 draw. It was 2 goals right at the end of the first half from Oakland, gave them the advantage, and then Phoenix caught all the way back, got 2 goals in the final 10 minutes to split the point.
Didn't it feel like deja vu for Phoenix Rising? It looked like a 2025 Phoenix Rising game, but then over the last 2 months, we've really seen a team grow from that 2-2 draw that played Oakland. This is not the same Rising side that is playing Oakland tonight. Now, there are new players in this 11 for Phoenix Rising, but this is a different team spiritually going into this game.
We are officially underway as Ryan Martin's side gets us kicked off tonight. As an early deflection, chested down, Wilson's going to get a touch and try to run in behind. Luke Biasi will clear it away. I mentioned second meeting of these two in championship play. This is a series that has been very troublesome as the ball chipped over the top, but Patrick Rakowski comes out to sweep it up. It's been a very troublesome series for Oakland Roots. A 7-match winless run against Phoenix. Last win they had came all the way back in 2022. It was a 2-0 victory for them that time, but 7 matches winless. They've shared points a couple of times, but the 3 points been elusive for them in recent memory.
And when Oakland went out to the Alameda Coliseum over last year, Phoenix Rising had to travel there to play their first ever game in the Coliseum, and that was a hard-fought draw for Phoenix Rising. They had to claw back. It was Isan Sacco and Charlie Dennis that really led the charge to get the team back in that game. You need to be different going into this one.
Boy boots this one. Flips to the near side, Damian Rivera. Rivera going to press forward. Working ahead, Rivera tries to cut inside as it poked away by Tyler Gibson. Nicely done from Gibson. Playing that right back role tonight. A little bit of a different lineup. 5 changes from last time out for Oakland. Goes back Hackshaw's to chase this one all the way down. Almost a corner, and it will be. It's an early corner.
And Phoenix has done fairly well on corner kicks so far in 2026. Last year, they were able to claim late points off the corner flag. This year, it's been more of a mainstay in terms of how they're scoring their goals. But Sacco, being the main deliverer from the corner flag, especially on that far side, has been dynamite when asked.
There's Cardas's low down. No, Lowry's low down. Joe spending time with Team USA right now. Presented by Peoria Nissan as we get ready for the first Carvana corner kick of the night. Sacco. Gonna cross this one in low, deflected up. And taken out. Jackson tries a little back heel, and it's flicked off. It will be a throw to Phoenix Rising as Biasi will toss it right back in.
It's Biasi's job on this left side to hold the width of the Phoenix shape. At times it's been asked, what's Phoenix Rising football? And in my opinion, it's using dynamic wingers down the channels to find opportune moments to strike on net, but it's only to the credit of guys like Luke Biasi on the left, Colin Smith on the right, who are some of the most advanced defensive players in terms of on-field positioning in the entire USL Championship that allow that shape to thrive. When Potmar Boyd drops back in possession next to Adrian Pelayo, it's guys like Luke Biasi and Colin Smith who hold that width. And Phoenix, they need to find control, though, in the center of the pitch. You see my lowdown there on the screen. The pitch in the middle for Phoenix, that control is exactly what Oakland lacks. Tommy McCabe, Florian Velo inside in what is sort of a makeshift double pivot. They really, really need to attack that match because they can win that. But on the other side, Oakland just needs to ride the counterattack. Phoenix has not gotten back very well at times in 2026. If they can get on the horse after intercepting a ball in the heart of the field, which Phoenix needs to control, it could be a fairly lucrative night for Oakland Roots.
That is Cardaz Lowdown, presented by Peoria Nissan. The truck decided, I was hoping we were going to go with Lowry's Lowdown Kevin's edition or something along those lines, a little ode to Taylor Swift maybe.
It would have been cool.
Jackson tries to chip one forward. Long run for Wilson as Rakowski has to come out. Wilson gets around him. The net is open. Potmar Boyd is the only man in front of it. Rakowski now one-on-one, and Wilson peels it out. A hold-your-breath kind of moment for Phoenix Rising as Gibson holds it on the right wing. And Oakland's going to elect to peel it out.
Rakowski looking Rocco Rios Novo-esque. Those are the moves in 2023 and 2024 that Novo really liked to do, coming out of net, making those heroic plays outside of the box. Rakowski got caught off his line, but managed to get back.
Trejo settles it down. A little Trejo once again. Oakland looking to build up after potential goal-scoring opportunity went by the wayside with Rakowski all the way out of goal. His Skierce gets dropped by Gibson, who wants it right back, and he gets it. Gibson tries to play it forward. No run there. Jackson with the thumbs up. Liked it, and they'll get it to Rakowski, who will send it out with a left foot. Over the top of Diego Gomez, Edwards, and Hackshaw negotiate, and it's going to be Nabil Hackshaw who takes it.
It'll be interesting to watch Rakowski and net. I think that so far Jordan McIntosh and Patrick, McIntosh interchanging time with Rafael Spiegel in between the sticks. Rakowski has interchanged time with Totoro Dunze.
There's an opportunity. Trejo tries a little back heel as he's locked up with a battle with Colin Smith, and it's an easy whistle, and it will be a free kick. Already seeing Peter Wilson making those runs you mentioned at the top of the broadcast. He's been dangerous, and it's only been 5 minutes.
He's a pest for guys like Pape Marboy, who wants to stay with the field in front of him. He wants to be able to control the defense as the captain with everything going in front of him. But Peter Wilson's going to make the game shift and alter around his left hip and through the middle of the field.
Jackson going to try and get that one through, knocked down by Damian Rivera.
Rivera, another one of those welcome additions for Phoenix Rising back into the 11, has really dealt with a slow of injuries over the last 2 years since coming over to Phoenix. One of the lauded super subs in the USL Championship, coming over to the Valley of the Sun, and has slowly but surely worked his way back into physical form so far this season, has become a mainstay over the last month of the lineup.
Speaking of physical form, we've got our spinner availability report. As a bit of the usual suspects for Phoenix Rising, still waiting to get some help back. Rafa Shihus, Juan Carvajal obviously out for the year with that knee injury, and then Hope Avayevu and Charlie Dennis picked up some knocks a few weeks ago, still working back. Nakusin, and then that one tried to get poked away. Gibson came in to clean it up. Sent back Tommy McCabe. McCabe over De Vincente, low shot all the way over. Did it get a touch? And they're going to say it did. It looked like it was off the first shot. It didn't get all the way to Rakowski. So it will be the first Carvana corner kick of the night for the visitors.
One of the momentum problems that Phoenix has had so far this season is getting caught on the back foot too early. Those opening 15, 20 minutes of every game have been sort of shaky, and you feel that right now, just 7 minutes through the game, and they're already having to defend crucial set piece and free kick opportunities. Now here comes a corner.
Set up, it's De Vicente. Jesus De Vicente right into the hands and out of Patrick Rakowski, but able to collect it and stay calm as he starts to navigate the traffic and move everybody around to where they need to be. Morsu. Set down as the Phoenix team looking for some sort of possession. They haven't had much of it in the opening minutes of tonight. Damian Rivera. Rivera with two defenders in front of him. A touch played back to Biasi. Skiers back into the middle for Morsu. He got a run from Colin Smith. He sees him. Smith chests it down to himself. Two defenders immediately close on him. De Vicente. Smith tries to work around one of them. Smith still fighting for the ball, and it's chipped out, and it will be a throw to the hosts.
And that all starts off the action from Gilberto Rivera, the lone man from Houston Dynamo. Just scorches his way through the mid-block here of Oakland, gets into the attacking half, and then everything else falls into fruition for Phoenix. Colin Smith does the work on the far side channel, and now with the long throw, Phoenix has a real opportunity to make some noise.
Seen a lot of success this season on these long throw-ins from very similar spots to this. You got Boy, Skierce, the two big bodies down inside the box. He thrown to the near side, but not far enough as it's intercepted by Velo. Long run, Trejo in behind. He's past Morsu. He has to wait up for the ball. He drops Morsu. Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo waits. Trejo wide open goal. Yakusen and knocked down off the post. Somehow still not in goal. Trejo sent back bottom and kicked out by Biasi. Sacco, potential counterattack for Phoenix Rising. He's got Rivera to his left if he wants him. Sacco cuts back into the middle. Sacco from distance. McIntosh knocks it down. Edwards kicks it straight up into the air. And McIntosh will catch it right in the breadbasket. And we continue to play on.
And why not have a crack if your Isan Sacco just flies through the middle of the field, has a shot, but it all starts off the chaos in Phoenix's own box. That was super dangerous from Oakland. They came forward, they crashed the box, got multiple shot opportunities, and Rakovsky somehow gets away with the sheet still clean, but emergency defending in the 10th minute isn't what Phoenix wanted to see so far.
That one chested down as Phoenix trying to take a deep breath. After that, as Gomez shoved from behind on Peter Wilson, his hands outstretched, and it will be a free kick for Oakland. Multiple chances, the goal pretty much empty as Trejo had a one-on-one, elected to pass it over to his teammate. Yakusen, here's one more look at it. It's one of those moments where you almost want to look at Danny Trejo and say, hey, be selfish, just take the shot.
I mean, Danny had an opportunity to cut inside the box and take the shot on his own. He decides to lay off, and after all that madness killing, I think that the craziest part that could be true is that Isan Sacco's long shot attempt from 38 out could have somehow been the most fortuitous opportunity to come from that entire sequence. Nothing hit the target for Oakland, and somehow Sacco finds something that almost gets to the net.
Both those blocks, a couple of those shot attempts, a big possession from Luke Biasi. Got a piece of the first one that kept it out and then knocked down the second follow-up attempt from Wilson. So some early danger from Oakland Roots. This is a club, 19 goals scored this season, 17 allowed. With McIntosh, the Oakland native, trying to see if he can't solidify himself in that starting role. There's a bit of a poor touch, gets away. Long ball over the top once again. Wilson's going to win the race. Trejo all alone inside the box. Pelayo comes back to try and pick him up. Low cross, left-footed shot, not enough behind it, as that one just spun off the foot. And now Sacco fighting for the ball with Hackshaw. That's a big man to go against for Isan Sacco, and Hackshaw ends up winning it.
Once again, just more really dangerous attack from the Roots. Just getting forward with such ease, and it's all Peter Wilson just breaking through the back of Phoenix's back four, managing to find open areas and crossing into the box. That should have been a better shot attempt inside the 18. Phoenix get lucky again.
Florian below. A little shot chipped towards goal. Not necessarily if it was a shot or a cross nonetheless. It's going to go down in the stat sheet for Patrick Rakovsky. And fans, I want to remind you to turn in to the CBS Sports Network on Wednesday, July 1st for a USL League One showdown between Spokane Velocity as they hope to speed past the formidable Flamingos of Forward Madison FC at 9 p.m. Eastern. Catch all the action on CBS Sports Network on July 1st. Damian Rivera walks it in. Damian Rivera, extra touch. Damian Rivera, low shot. and deflected away, cleared out by McCabe. Morsu steps in to pick it up. Played over. Sacco hesitates, and that one cleared away. It will be a corner.
And more dynamic action that is solely started from the boots of Damian Rivera. Few wingers in this entire championship that are able to do what Damian is when he's on the run, wading through 3, 4, 5 defenders, getting to the back line all the way through to the 18 of Oakland, and nearly doing it all on his own, still firing off a shot. Now Phoenix has another chance from the far corner flag.
Carvana corner kick. It's brought to you by Carvana. Score big when you sell your car. Go to Carvana.com and get a real offer in just seconds. Sacco going to play it short to Damian Rivera. Back for Sacco. Sacco crossed in. Boy goes up and gets ahead to it, but unable to put it on target.
And that's Phoenix's equation. Every time they take a corner kick, they want to find that back post. They want to find Pelayo's forehead, Luke Biasi, JP Skiers, and most importantly, Potmar Boy, who has the athleticism to rise above fairly anybody in the entire USL. He is such an athletic human being and an even better soccer player. He's really developed into one of the premier talents through the back line.
He's one of the ones he struggled last year, mainly hampered by injury. Kind of in and out as Skiers slips. Wilson with his back to goal, sends over for Tommy McCabe, who sets it down. A little extra pepper on that one from Wilson.
People forget, Killian, Potmar Boy was going to be one of the top 3 or 4 picks in the MLS draft. I mean, he was going to go sign one of those Adidas contracts and go play in Next Pro or the MLS. He forewent it to come to Phoenix Rising. It's really paid off for him.
Long ball. Rakowski has to wait for it to get all the way into the box. Very close, as Yakusin was right there. As Skiers put him on the right side. Smith trying to find a streaking Sacco a bit too far, as Hackshaw's right there to play it back to McIntosh. A little bit more pressure from Phoenix Rising in the last few minutes. Seemed to have weathered the opening storm. That one played through. Sacco waits for it. McIntosh sliding stop. Goes right back. Now Rivera. Gilberto Rivera. Couple extra touches as Smith going to come in and help out. Smith dances around. Cleared out of the 18. Right to Boyd. Set down. JP Skiers. Skiers trying to find somewhere to go with it. And just plays out touch. Quick throw in for Oakland. And they're going to have to say, going to send it back and try it again.
And that's something that Phoenix has done a lot better here this season compared to last. When they get on top of the 18, they're on attack. And instead of taking the shot, they want to dive towards the middle of the field, which is what the numbers would tell you want to do. Get a better shot on target. But last season, they were losing the ball. This season, if there's not the shot, they're recycling possession. They're getting it out wide. They're maintaining the shape and finding new opportunities. That one didn't turn into a shot on the net, but they kept the ball a little longer, and there was an opportunity to find something for Phoenix. If they keep that up, something will fall eventually. It has for the last 2 months.
Damian Rivera right there, and that one takes a touch on Gilberto Rivera. Boy settles it down. Skiers. There's a strong touch, has to play it back. Biasi cycles back to the captain, Potmar Boy. Adrian Pelayo. Boy. Sacco. Touchdown. Lovely ball over to Damian Rivera. Rivera on the edge of the 18, working one-on-one. Rivera, tight angle shot. And it looks like McIntosh did get a piece of it. It will be another quarter.
Time and time again, Killian, Damian Rivera on the ball. Dynamic, electric offensive play. But look at Sacco on the right side, playing the right pass, but also a perfect ball to feet. He's not playing that to space. He's getting that to Damian Rivera in movement, in motion, and he's getting it forward. Perfect pass from Sacco turns into an almost perfect shot from Damian Rivera, and now they have an almost perfect opportunity from the corner flag.
Rivera's been really sharp in the opening quarter of an hour here tonight in the chances that he's had. Nissan Sacco, he's leading this club with 8 goals. He had 6 assists a year ago, so the crisp pass is not something of a surprise as Rivera comes over, has a quick word with Sacco as he readies for this corner. Left hand up from the Frenchman. Sacco, low dribble towards the near post. Pelayo out there, and it's an argument trying to figure out where it's going. And they're going to say goal kick.
Little commotion in the 6th there. Phoenix wanted their second corner opportunity off of that one, but there's such a mass of bodies in the area. Sort of just hope that they got it right there. And they probably did, too, because there's so many bodies over there in the yellow shirts tonight. Phoenix will have to find another opportunity.
Edwards, ball played through, Wilson in behind. Wilson's got Trejo across from him, tries to find him, set down by Morsu. Boy calmly plays it around as they cleared out of the 18. Skeers has it taken away from him. Bayronga, right-footed shot, struck well, but well wide of goal. Bosi Bayronga. Gondon, no goals this season, but he certainly had an ambitious attempt at finding his first one with the right foot.
I mean, there was a real opportunity there for Bayronga to put one into the top bins. Phoenix, what a tale of two halves in a span of 10 seconds. The first 5 triangulating in the center of the 18, finding a way to calmly maneuver, keep possession, and get the ball up, and maybe get something started on the counter, but the pocket gets picked in the center of their own half, and everything drives forward for a moment. Bayronga gets on the ball and almost finds the back of the net. So what looked so crisp and clean from Phoenix for 5 seconds, the back 5 were just not as sharp.
Rakowski will play it over to Boy. And remind you, going to watch the USL on ESPN2 on June 24th as Championship Western Conference rivals clash in a battle for valuable points. Colorado Springs takes on top of the table San Antonio FC Wednesday, June 24th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Florian Below, one of the men who came over from Loudoun United with head coach Ryan Martin. Out of France, 10th year in professional soccer. Still looking to try and find his first bit of action on the stat sheet, but he was great last year, had 8 assists. He was 5th in the championship. A little slower start to the year, working back from an off-season knock.
Below, one of the smooth operators in space and time in the USL Championship, so creative, especially when he's pressure on the ball. He's able to make things happen, get around, turn on a half turn, and he's a fairly adept sort of midfield holding presence when he needs to be, trying to find that stat sheet, get into the final third, and become that operator on the offensive end that he has been for the last few years.
Long ball over the top. Jacobson, as Skeers goes down, he was clipped from behind. Already set. JP Skeers will get some help up by his captain.
I'd say the tough part about this one right now, Killian, is that it could be 2-0 for either side. You look at this, and there's been real opportunities for both Phoenix and Oakland, and both teams seem to have sort of gotten away unscathed in slightly lucky ways. Eventually, something's going to drop. Now the game is, you want to be the team that has it drop for you, obviously because you want to be up, but because the momentum swing in the next 25 minutes could be massive going into halftime.
Smith looking for Sacco. Touchdown will be a throw-in as Smith will pick it up quickly. If you're wanting to look at trends, Oakland roots of their 5 road matches they've played this year, the last 4, they've had at least 4 goals scored between the two teams. Majority of the time, it seems like the final is 2-2. They had a 3-2 as well, but they score some goals. They let in some goals, but it makes for some exciting soccer to watch.
Salt of the earth. Score a few, concede a few.
Chipped over as Gibson heads to keep it in, and they're going to say it was actually out as Biasi tries to hustle it over to where it was to throw it in. And a toss to Jean-Eric Morsu. Boy. For Skeers. Sends one over to the right side. Colin Smith. Smith with some space as he tries to thread the needle on that one. It got headed down. Biasi. Damian Rivera. Second defender comes to help out. Back to Biasi, now back to Damian. Rivera's getting the ball immediately. 2 white kits right in front of him.
glued on either hip. They know that he is the threat in this final third. The second the ball gets to his cleats, everybody is attached to him. All the attention goes there. But that's why Phoenix has really had their best opportunity stretching the field and switching the run of play. Just about 30 seconds ago when Marboy was pressured and played that incisive ball to the middle of the pitch, and then they chipped it out wide right for Colin Smith. You see the block physically shift this back four, the sort of 4-4-2 in defense shape for Oakland. Everybody has to run, race, and catch up to the ball. And that's why when the ball does get to Damian, immediately you have to look to the other side of the field. How can we stretch this shape? Because eventually the ball will find its way back to Damian.
Pelayo. Speaking of which, Damian Rivera. Rivera one-on-one with Gibson. Rivera stops, right foot crossed in. He was looking for the head of J.P. Skiers. Couldn't get it to him, though. Will be a throw-in as Colin Smith will take a leisurely trot over to pick that ball up. Quickly taken, Smith. Roberto Rivera. Rivera plays one too tall over the top. The run tried to go Rivera to Rivera, but Damian hadn't started it just yet as McIntosh just touches it out and we're back. Wilson. Below. As Biasi, first man to that ball, heads it back to his keeper, Patrick Rakowski. Rakowski, the German, the veteran presence, has solidified himself. It was a bit of an early season battle between him and Chituru Odunze. And Rakowski ultimately won out. And he has been the man, hasn't relinquished the job all season. Roberto Rivera, back for Morsu.
Rakowski in the thick of the early part of the season had those 3 straight clean sheets, really claimed the job, took it for his own, has never really looked back.
Nice little bit of 1-2 play right in the middle as Gomez chased back Morsu, played it all the way back. Rakowski has to hustle back as he was well out of goal. Morsu just didn't really look up and see where he was at.
Dangerous for zero reason. Those are the mistakes you can't allow, especially in a game that has been as end-to-end as this one has been, waiting for that goal to fall, knowing that there's something in this for both sides right now. Making that pass backwards not only gives you a little bit of a scare, but opens up the door for possible more mistakes that could lead into that first goal. And when it rains, it pours, Killian.
Boy sends the center. Roberto Rivera over to Isan Sacco, who switched over to the left side. Sacco now working on Gibson, and it's not going to matter as the flag is up on the far side for offside. As Oakland starts rolling it. Back by popular demand, Rising fans, and for just $20 per ticket, purchase your Modelo night out to any Rising game this year. Receive 1 supporter's ticket, 1 16-ounce Modelo, and now 1 Modelo boot. Buy your Modelo night out tickets today at phxrisingfc.com. Lyle fighting with Wilson for that ball. Ends up coming out. Wilson making a run in behind. Will it stay in? And it will. Wilson collects it. He's got Velo in the middle. Sent in low for Velo, and it's knocked down by Rakowski. Trejo has to scurry out after it. Trejo working on Colin Smith. Played out, now finds its way to McCabe. Velo, back to McCabe. 1-2, and McCabe elects to play it all the way back to Hackshaw as Oakland will reset things.
Phoenix with more Suedo emergency defending in their own 6. Rakowski manages to get just a little touch to the ball that gets it away from Florian Velo, and that was another heart-stopping moment in the center of their own box. Phoenix trying to get it clear, but Wilson on the right-hand side, the one making those runs, causing the havoc, and has more importantly played a few very, very good crosses into the center of the 6 so far.
You said it about 10 or so minutes ago. It seems not if, but more when we'll see a goal tonight, and from what side, as McIntosh Takes a couple touches and rolls it around. Pamuduka shouting some direction to his side from the dugout.
And this one feels like a game that Phoenix, obviously, in June and July, you're not going to look at a game and say this is a must-win or, you know, things will start to fall a certain way. But when you're on the brink of the mental health break and having essentially 2 weeks off before you play for 3 points again, knowing that you have games in hand on a lot of the table so far, and knowing how close and compact the Western Conference table is so far, these are the points that matter oh so much, because Oakland and Phoenix are separated by 1 point today, but with Phoenix not playing a game next week, you don't know what that'll look like in 14 days. Taking 3 here, setting yourself apart by just 2 points is crucial to maintaining some structure in the table for Phoenix tonight.
I mean, the difference, you mentioned the West, and obviously after tonight, pretty much the halfway point is Damian Rivera very slow to get up. Ginger with that wrist of his. He's got that left wrist kind of taped up. As Pelayo has it out there. But you talked about the standings kind of at the halfway point. I think it's fair you can start kind of looking at it, you get a better picture. But you go all the way back. New Mexico is in 11th. They have 15 points. 3 points, and it shoots them all the way up into 5th in a tie with where Rising is right now. So there's a lot to be played for.
I mean, I'd say it gets crazier. Just look at Monterey Bay. New Mexico on 15 points, but Monterey on 12 right now with the game obviously in progress. They, at last place in the Western Conference, are separated by just 9 points from the very top of the table. That's a very calm 3-game stretch. You can go on, scorch your way to the top of the table, and suddenly be playing for the first ever home playoff game at Cardinelli Stadium over in Monterey. I mean, these are the things that matter, and that's why this game, as are all games, very important. But this one specifically, knowing that you have no 3 points on the table in 7 days, you need to take this one home.
McCabe takes a touch, fought over. Boy wins the header. They played all the way back for Gibson. McCabe, plenty of room on this right side. He waits up as Gomez hustles back to get in defense. Expecting a hydration break at some point here in the near future. Likely be the next whistle. We have played a half an hour, still 0-0. Tony McClatchy, Kevin Cardaz. Thank you for spending some of your night here with us. A busy World Cup evening. Saw some USL Championship action a little bit earlier in the Ecuador-Curacao match. There's a ball played out. As Gomez has to shield the ball. He comes over, has it taken away by Velo, but Skierce somehow comes away with it. Now Skierce gets taken to ground. And there's going to be a foul and a stoppage.
You mentioned it earlier, Killian, but that Ecuador-Curacao game, former Phoenix Rising man Joel Margarita making a couple-minute appearance there at the end of the game, taking a 0-0 draw, perhaps the most important fixture result in their nation's history. And Eloy Room, the Miami FC goalkeeper, having the game of his life, second most saves in a single World Cup game ever. I think he had 15.
15. The only man he was behind was Tim Howard of the USA's. We are at the hydration break. Half an hour played. It was good to see as well. Talk about Bertin Yakusen. Fell a little awkwardly on that arm, but looks like he is up and good to go. So it's been a very busy opening 30 minutes. We had a few opportunities early on, and here are some of them just 10 minutes in. And this is kind of how the match has gone to Oakland. These long balls over the top. Danny Trejo goes and collects it, loses his defender, but they just can't find the final touch.
I mean, yeah, Rakovsky closes that line down, comes off the line, out of the 6, closes everything down, and the angle disappears, and suddenly it stays scoreless. That was a lot of the goalkeeper, but maybe Trejo should have taken a shot earlier. So many shoulda, woulda, coulda moments just in that 30-second stretch alone.
And Phoenix Rising, they've had a shot. This was right after that little sequence. Isan Sako came sprinting back the other direction, wanted to go from distance and forced Kendall McIntosh to make a save.
Had a crack from 35 out. Really, really impressive strike there from the fleet-footed French forward in Phoenix, but just can't quite curl it over into the top bins or make it a real test for Kendall McIntosh.
So it's still 0-0 chances have come for these two sides. As we mentioned, second meeting this year. They drew the first time around in the opening few weeks of the season, a 2-2 draw. Oakland's 7-match winless streak against Phoenix. It's tied for the longest active streak for their club. They've also trying to find 3 points against Colorado Springs is the other club they've been fighting with. This is a club, when you have Peter Wilson mentioned, he's the Golden Boot winner from a year ago. He leads this club in goals coming in. He's got 7 already. He scored his 7th last time out. That was their first goal in their last 3 matches for Oakland Roots.
Yeah, Peter Wilson is just a dynamo. The number is either 11 or 12 goals in his last 14 games played at the end of last season. He just lit on fire to close out the 2025 campaign, brought Oakland oh so close to the promised land and getting into the playoffs, perhaps making a little noise, now looking to really make that a reality here in 2025 under Ryan Martin. But when Wilson is going, there are few that can stop him. There's no goalie and few center backs that are able to keep themselves in front of Wilson because he is a physically imposing 9, which is what the championship tends to lean its favor towards.
Trejo sprints after it. It's not going to matter as the flag was up on the near side. That was the one fun thing about the USL Championship, and you get the matchups such as a Peter Wilson going up against a Papa Marboy and Adrian Pelayo, who've, I think is fair to say, they've both had their hands full so far tonight, as Wilson has had his fingerprints all over this match in the opening 30 minutes.
Like I said, Marboy especially likes to keep the game in front of him. He is the captain. He's wearing the armband. He's shouting out those instructions, trying to lead his team and take them to 3 points. Pelayo doing the same thing as his other center half, but Marboy likes to play with the game in front of him. He wants the action to happen in front of him so that he can focus on either getting back in recovery and snuffing out balls or being able to shuttle the ball into the center third. Tonight, Peter Wilson has made the game morph, shift, and sort of wrap around that outside hip, and it's been a real hassle to deal with, not just for him, but for Pelayo as well.
Edwards waits up and lets Damian Rivera go past him. Tommy McCabe. Marceau right on the back hip of Wilson. Seen Wilson come to the ball a lot more tonight as well, trying to get a little himself more involved.
Dropping into the midfield, making a little noise, and the best part about Peter Wilson is that he has the speed and also ability to get back out in front and still make the outside run. He's going to drop in as low as what a normal traditional 6 would sit in and still make the run.
Ball over the top for Trejo. Trejo, lovely touch, turns. Trejo, ball still at his feet. Trejo still waits. Trejo, Danny Trejo, too tall.
Oh so close from the former Phoenix boy. Just slightly gets under the ball with his boot, and it skies over just a few feet on top of the woodwork. Rakovsky diving the other way. Trejo had a real chance to put one in the back of the net, but this is what we've talked about, Killian. You can feel the goal is coming. You can feel that both sides have gotten lucky in their own ways, trying to evade that goal going their way. When is it going to fall, and who will make it fall for them? Trejo, oh so close. You could have argued, instead of cutting in, he should have just taken the shot initially.
Rakovsky over to the side. There's Pelayo in the middle, Marceau. Last match, both these teams, they played 1-1 draws. Oakland 1-1 with Birmingham. Phoenix 1-1 with El Paso. The goals that they both gave up were right around the 45-minute mark, either right before the half or right out of the halftime break.
Phoenix conceded an early one in the second half on the road to El Paso Locomotive, playing on that baseball field. They were oh so close to really keeping it clean. Outside of that one moment, they were fairly sturdy in defense, and it was J.P. Scarce who put a header in the back of the net to really save the day and rescue a point on the road for Phoenix Rising in the midst of what was almost a 3-game losing slide in the span of 7 days.
Scarce finds Damian Rivera, who gets closed down quickly. Biasi flicks one back to Scarce. Roberto Rivera tries to find Damian, and now he is taken to ground, and it's going to be an opportunity for a set piece for Phoenix Rising.
Rivera really working to gut that one out, takes initiative on his own, gets clicked in the back of the heels, falls to ground, wins the free kick. But it's really a 4-man effort there, working with Rivera, Scarce, Biasi, and Gilberto, everybody coming together to win that free kick, and it's those moments that sort of set Phoenix apart from a lot of other teams. It is a hot day right now. It is still not cool outside, but they are going to work until that second whistle comes and they head to the halftime locker room. It's moments like those that set up real opportunities like this for Isan Sako.
Sako will be the man to take it. Deep breath from the Frenchman. Whistled in. Sako clips one in towards the back post, was looking for Boy and unable to get there. Danny Trejo gonna take it. McCabe jumps out towards it and just clears it away. Battle fighting for the ball. Sako in behind. Roberto Rivera in the right spot. Was running in stride with Peter Wilson.
Morsu getting his hands around Bobosi Bayaranga, managing to keep the ball in front of both of them and specifically stay behind Bayaranga, which lets the ball sort of clatter off of his chest, and then everybody else goes backwards for Phoenix and they win the ball back. Just working really hard on this near side touchline to win possession back, keep possession, and ultimately that can lead to that moment that we're waiting, that domino to fall, and maybe for it to open up for Phoenix Rising here.
Lyle looking for somewhere to go. Over to Boy. Remind you that Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Pelayo. Pelayo goes down. Now an opportunity. Wilson. He's got one to his right, one to his left. Wilson waits. Wilson still. Wilson, left-footed shot deflected down by Biasi. Another block from Luke Biasi, who has been huge tonight in defense.
Could argue that Wilson should have laid that one out inches away from having a real opportunity on the net. Just sort of sits on it and stands in the center of Phoenix's box, and after everything sort of closes down, then decides to dart forward and take a shot. It clatters off of not one but two sets of shins of Phoenix Rising players, and they get away. Another real chance for Oakland, and Phoenix just barely get away. Scraping close for Oakland.
Trejo. Lovely little touch, trying to set something up on that left side. Hackshaw going to come to the ball. Biaranga fighting with Morsu. Biaranga still with the ball at his feet. Morsu gets his toe in, pokes it away. Long run. That was from one side all the way to the other. I'm going to go back. Edwards. Biaranga. Gonna stop and turn. Biasi was like the wall right behind Gibson. Somehow keeps it at his feet. Kind of sneaky little ball to Jacobson. Gomez for Damian Rivera. Rivera on the right side working on Hackshaw. Damian Rivera waiting for some help. Trying to find someone. Gilberto Rivera. Gilberto Rivera. Gomez chip forward. Rivera tries to go after it but couldn't get to the ball as McIntosh came out to clean it up.
Another real opportunity there for Phoenix. Once again, end-to-end action between these two teams. Rivera really getting it started on that far side, working against a far larger in stature Nabil Hackshaw, trying to get around, manages to turn and flip those hips, gets the ball all the way through, almost into the six, but just missing that final piece of connection that'll put one in the back of the net for Phoenix.
John Rivera unable to contain the touch. Right back to Tommy McCabe. Tyler Gibson. Gibson works his way forward. Gonna turn back for Velo. McCabe. McCabe wants to go from distance. Couple bounces, easy save into the waiting arms of Rakowski.
Not much work there for Phoenix's German goalkeeper. Rakowski just staying, honing in on the line and managing to scoop that ball up with both hands, lay on it for a moment, and then get it started early. Tommy McCabe, from the moment that ball touched his boots, you knew he was going to take a shot at that one. It was very obvious by the stature and almost put that one dangerously, but not a whole lot of real work there for Rakowski.
Isan Sako goes to ground and a yellow card right out of the pocket for Tyler Gibson.
Tyler Gibson just blowing right through that right leg of Isan Sako, who sort of twirls in the air for a moment and gets thrown to ground. An early caution there in the grand scheme of things of this game for Oakland, and now another opportunity from, I'd say, pretty much the same chance and spot for Sako that he had just 5 minutes ago.
I don't think anything. Might have just knocked knees for a moment. Gibson tried to plead his case. We get the set piece set up. Fans will remind you, enter the Prinks Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Scan the QR code on screen and enter today. Sako, long ball. McIntosh tries to come out, gets both fists to it, and punches it away.
It's a tantalizing ball there from Sako that just lingers a little too long in the air, floats up there for what felt like forever, and allows Kendall McIntosh to fly outside of his area, put 2 fists to the ball, and make sure that there's no nonsense on that one.
Smith for the long throw. He will toss it in. Boy elevates, knocked down, bodies hitting the deck. A heavy crash for a Rising player who's still down as Biasi plays a touchdown to Morsu. Still waiting as there is a Rising player down, and they're going to blow the whistle.
It looks to
and
be
go
Pelayo.
back and check. Yeah, it looks like Adrian Pelayo, who's down right at the penalty spot.
Yeah, Pelayo really got up to go get that ball, and he's no stranger to contact in the air. He's a guy who has the ability to get vertical, put his forehead on the ball, especially in that back post, but the risk that you run when you go up there is that everybody else is below you, and when you rise up that high, it hurts a little harder to fall down and hit the ground, especially as somebody lifts up like Pelayo does. A few bodies just clatter right through the back there, and he falls to ground. Nothing in that in terms of any shouts for maybe a free kick from the spot, but Pelayo does take some real contact.
There was Edwards. The two met in the air, hip to hip. And Pelayo came a little worse for wear. Got 3 minutes up on the board of stoppage time. And Peter Wilson goes and collects that ball off the free kick. And Popmar Boy frustrated as he clears that one away. Just sloppy from Rising as Wilson just ran right over and picked that pass off. Gibson plays back for Edwards.
Feels like so far, Killian, not a whole lot of work for Oakland center backs. A little bit more in defense, but not really sitting on the ball in possession. It's been a lot of work through the midfield. Velo, McCabe, Bayaronga all trying to shuttle that ball through a very, very compact and crowded midfield defense of Phoenix Rising.
Speaking of McCabe, there's a ball over the top looking for Trejo as Smith wins the physical battle in the air for it and it harmlessly takes a few hops to Rakowski, who will take a few steps. Pelayo for Morsu. See if there's any bit of action left, or if these two teams are content to head into the locker rooms at 0-0. Rivera, poor touch, having to slide in as Pelayo. Wilson once again. Jackusen. Bertine Jackusen steps over to his right, trying to get around Rivera, gets it over to his left side now. Played back McCabe. DeVicente crossed in, looking for Trejo as Rakowski comes out, makes the catch, takes the contact. And Danny Trejo peels himself up off the ground from the mouth of goal. Chance if Phoenix wants it. Sako trying to find Skierce, who gets taken to ground by DeVicente. Gibson hits the brakes. It's Damien Rivera go right past him. Ball finds its way to McCabe. DeVicente. Trejo. Lovely touch. McCabe working one-on-one with Boy. Boy wins that battle as Colin Smith gets it out. Diego Gomez. Gomez Tries to play a ball over the top, get in behind. Rivera has to wait for it. He's got Edwards in front of him. Hackshaw coming over to help. It's Damian Rivera all by himself, and Gibson comes and forces him off the ball and takes it.
It's seamless defending there from Gibson, who drops all the way back. And as Hackshaw slides over to the right side and does just enough to stop Rivera, Gibson plucks him right off the ball. It's perfect from Oakland, and that will take them all the way into the halftime locker room.
0-0. Plenty of chances for both sides, but no harm done as the net still looking for the first ball of the evening. Two sides are going to head into the locker room, talk things over. We're going to do the same. Don't go anywhere. We got the Circle K halftime report coming up next. 0-0 between Phoenix Rising and Oakland Roots.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger, like the new Big Ranch Wrap, a crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with our Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese. Make it even bigger with fries and a drink for a little more. Now that's a big deal. The Whata deal, now at What a Burger. Download the app.
Her team might be losing, but she's feeling like a winner. In fact, she's feeling so good, people are asking,
what's her deal?
What's her deal? She went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each. And 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones. Get that more for your money feeling, only at Metro.
You're looking at Carvana's newest and proudest customer. So proud that we're teaming up to create Shackvana.
We are? We are.
Shackvana will be 100% online so customers can shop from anywhere.
That's so Shackvana.
About time you caught up. On Shackvana.com, customers can shop tens of thousands of vehicles.
Love it.
And they'll get 7 days to love their ride or their money back. Visit Shackvana or Carvana and buy your car today.
When you choose Arizona Sports Medicine Center, you have access to one of the Valley's most advanced sports medicine and orthopedic care teams.
You're choosing a multidisciplinary team who are dedicated to providing the care you need.
That's why we offer advanced treatments, both surgical and non-surgical options, including robotic-assisted procedures.
If you suffer from chronic joint pain, a sports injury, or need rehab after surgery, we're here to help you get back to doing what you love to do.
Care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
When you trust your heart to Abrazo Health, you're choosing a team who have dedicated their lives helping to save yours.
You're choosing physicians, medical assistants, and providers who commit their lives to understanding every connection and hearing the whole person.
We are here for every heartbeat, from preventative diagnostic testing
to performing complex, life-saving heart surgeries.
We believe heart care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans, now with no payments for 90 days.
Welcome back in. 0-0, Phoenix Rising, Oakland Roots. You're watching the Circle K halftime report. Kevin, you're being welcomed into a very elite group, a very special game called Name That Moon Phase that Joe and I always play.
Okay, was that a waning crescent?
We'll find out. We're going to take a quick break. Play at home if you want to. Get your snacks. Come back. We'll give you the answer. 0-0. We'll be right back. Circle K halftime report.
You ever just look at them and think, yeah, I'm doing all right.
This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Hay mucha fiesta, señor Martino. Hay gente revancha, doctor. Pero falta gol y estamos a esperar a Hugo. ¿Hugo Sánchez? Sí, tira para adelante. ¿Quién maneja? ¿Un futbolista? Señor Martino, llegamos por fin. Ay, bendito sea el chofer, doctor. Hugo, ¿regreso a las canchas? ¿Algún consejo?
Sí, confía y cree en ti.
¡Ey! ¡Pasa al norte! A donde me dé la oportunidad, pero listo para dar el paso. ¡Listo, vámonos!
Billy, I need help with the clicker. Yeah, wait, 1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car.
Billy, you still there?
Okay, you need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, M-O-V.
Vehicle features, no accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. Do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
Back in Circle K halftime report. 0-0. Phoenix Rising, Oakland Roots, Killian McClatchy, Kevin Cardas. Kevin, for those of you playing along at home, you're going to get the point. You went waning crescent, I believe it was. It's a waxing crescent. It's okay. You still get the point. Joe usually just goes with the crescent or gibbous, but either way. We're going to stop talking about the moon. We're going to throw it back to the studio. Give us an update around the USL.
It is halftime in the USL Championship. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at some of the headlines from the week. Detroit City's 6-2 win at Sporting Jacks last week was an impressive number, but then 5 of those goals were scored by one player. Darren Smith put 5 of his 20 official touches into the net, becoming the first league player to reach 4 goals in a match in 13 years. Smith jumps to the top of the Golden Boot race with 11 goals on the season. Lexington SC closing in on the playoff line in the Western Conference thanks to a 2-0 win over first-place San Antonio FC. It also marks the return of forward Braudilio Rodriguez from a loan with One Knoxville of League One. Rodriguez responded with a goal in his first match, continuing his form from One Knox, where he had 3 goals and an assist. Hartford Athletic pulled off what no team had done so far this season, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies a loss. Behind the stellar performance of goalkeeper Anthony Siaha, he's grabbed hold of the Golden Glove competition, 8 total shutouts with a save percentage of more than 81%. Siaha's goals prevented statistic has risen to 5.94 this season. Upcoming national spotlight games in the championship in League One: Colorado Springs and San Antonio on ESPN2, Spokane and Forward Madison on CBS Sports Network, and the next day, AC Boise and One Knoxville on ESPN2. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
Thanks, Dan. That was what's going on around the USL as we got some scores from around the championship tonight. Big one, Colorado Springs, a 2-1 victory over FC Tulsa. A 0-0 between Monterey Bay and El Paso Locomotive. and then 1-1 at the halftime break between Las Vegas Lights and Orange County. Talking about the halftime, 5 goals at a Darren Smith. Like, goodness gracious.
One of the only times, if maybe the only time I've ever opened up my FOMOB app and I've seen a 10 rating on a player. I was shocked. I checked my phone and I had no idea what I missed. I watched the highlights back. One of the performances of all time and a very good one.
Certainly is and was the new Golden Boot leader in the championship, Darren Smith. We still got Circle K halftime. Don't go anywhere. We got more soccer coming up soon. 0-0. Phoenix Rising, Oakland Roots from Phoenix.
When you choose Arizona Sports Medicine Center, you have access to one of the Valley's most advanced sports medicine and orthopedic care teams.
You're choosing a multidisciplinary team who are dedicated to providing the care you need.
That's why we offer advanced treatments, both surgical and non-surgical options, including robotic-assisted procedures.
If you suffer from chronic joint pain, a sports injury, or need rehab after surgery, we're here to help you get back to doing what you love to do.
Care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans, now with no payments for 90 days.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger. Like the new Big Ranch Wrap. A crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with our Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese. Make it even bigger with fries and a drink for a little more. Now that's a big deal. The Whata Deal, now at Whataburger. Download the app.
You're looking at Carvana's newest and proudest customer. So proud that we're teaming up to create Shackvana.
We are? We are.
Shackvana will be 100% online so customers can shop from anywhere.
That's so Shackvana.
About time you caught up. On Shackvana.com, customers can shop tens of thousands of vehicles.
Love it.
And they'll get 7 days to love their ride or their money back. Visit Shackvana or Carvana and buy your car today.
This broadcast of the USL Championship is brought to you in part by Carvana, ASMC, and America First Credit Union.
Back in Circle K halftime report. 0-0 as teams are starting to make their way back out onto the pitch. Liam McClatchy, Kevin Cardas has got some first half highlights for you to bring. And for a 0-0 match, there's certainly a fair amount of highlights that they're had and a fair amount of chances for these two sides, as we'll give you the first half highlights presented by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. It started out early. This is one of the better chances. Danny Trejo, the former Rising man, loses his defender. Maybe should have shot, takes the extra pass, but Luke Biasi makes a couple of big knockdowns.
It's a textbook run off of his own line from Rakowski. It looks like he's panicking. He's not. He's running up, he's closing off the angles, and he's shutting down the opportunity for a shot. It's perfect for Patrick.
And then right back the other way. Right after that moment, Isan Sako, probably the best chance of the night for Phoenix Rising. And it was from 35, 40 yards out. Made McIntosh make the save, but Phoenix hasn't been the more dangerous of the two sides tonight.
It sounds ridiculous to say you want a little more pace on that, but you do. You need him to dive a little further to the left or to the right. It was close, though, from Sako.
And then Danny Trejo, once again, he's been searching so far tonight. That was a real opportunity. Just leaned back a little too far and sent it into the south end.
I mean, it really has been a story of Danny Trejo and Peter Wilson just scorching back into the 18 for Phoenix, but nobody has been able to break down that door. You see Trejo just sky that one up and over the top of the crossbar. It's very, very close, but it's not quite there.
Yeah, here are the first half stats. Obviously a 0-0 score line. The one shot on target for Oakland Roots out of 8. They've put on controlling possession and everything else going along the corners category. Phoenix Rising leads that one. You have to bet we talked about it in the first half, and not necessarily to keep bringing it back up over and over again, but the way that the match has gone is here's what Phoenix Rising has coming up. You mentioned the mental health break, a couple weeks off. They're back on the 4th of July at Colorado Springs before they take on AV Alta in the Brinks Tires USL Cup Group Finale. That one is before they return home, a couple back-to-back against Monterey Bay, and they welcome Hartford Athletic from the East. But Kevin, you kind of get the feeling that there's going to be a goal somewhere here tonight. Like, this one can't end 0-0, right?
You say that, but one of my favorite Owen Evans quotes is, "This is football." And there are games where you go end to end and everybody is busting lungs trying to find that opening goal, the one that you think could break open the account and turn into a landslide. But sometimes it's just not to be. If this were to end 0-0, well, this is football.
One change out of the halftime break. Daniel Flores comes in for Colin Smith, so we'll see 45 minutes of Flores as he continues to work himself back up to 90-minute fitness. As it looks like they're going to say that one was actually out of touch. It'll be a throw-in for Oakland. Vicente tosses it back in. They flip sides, and back we go, another 45 action. See if Oakland Roots can't snap this 7-match winless streak against Phoenix. Last time they won was all the way back in 2022. Phoenix Rising trying to right the ship a little bit, pick up points in back-to-back matches. Trejo chested down, gets himself around. Boy who scurries back to get in front of him. Trejo waves off Florian below. Back for Danny Trejo. Nabil Hackshaw played back. Always fun seeing Nabil Hackshaw in person. He plays that one over the top looking for Wilson. Pelayo, a shoulder, and they're going to point to the spot as Wilson is down in a heap. Pelayo with his arms outstretched. And now the conversation will be had, at least at the moment. It's going to be a penalty for Oakland.
Well, I'll say this, Killian. We talked a whole lot about what was the moment going to be that breaks it open, but the one moment that you didn't want was it to be a penalty. And Pelayo's shoulder just clattering back through Peter Wilson. I don't know how much is there, though. They're both going for the ball, so some contact in the box, but that's the danger of going up and making a physical challenge inside of the 18-yard box. You're going to draw contact, and if it looks to be, there is no VAR here in the USL Championship. You're not going to get a replay opportunity. Once that point to the spot is done, the work is over. You know, Peter Wilson has won the penalty. Pelayo's given it up, and now it's all eyes on Patrick Rakowski to try to save this one.
And now Pelayo just got booked as Pop Marboy was trying to calm the discussions and handle it as the captain. But a bit too much was said. As Peter Wilson, he earned the penalty. He's going to be the man to take the penalty. Could it be like watching a rerun of the TV show you hate to see when you turn on the TV for Rising fans? For Oakland, it might be the episode you love.
You know what? 2 different seasons of perhaps the same show going on right now. Rakowski can sort of change the channel if he wanted to.
Wilson readies himself. He's got 7 goals already this year. Can he find his 8th from the spot and give the visitors the advantage? Wilson a deep breath and he readies. Wilson slots it home. 1-0. Rakowski guessed right, but the strike too strong, and Peter Wilson gives Oakland the lead.
It's a picture-perfect penalty from Peter Wilson. Drives low and hard to the right side. Rakowski guesses correct and dives over, but it's just a few inches out of reach for him to perhaps tip that one towards the woodwork or maybe get it outside of the frame. Really well taken from Peter Wilson, and an unfortunate goal that concedes for Phoenix Rising, who were really getting away with a few close chances in the face of the run of play against Oakland, but they finally concede their first, and now it's up to them to find a way to punch back into this game, find an equalizer. The mountain to climb for 3 points is now 2 goals.
He had 18 last year. He had 18 in 2024 in Norway, and he's got 8 so far in 2026. We are back into play as Phoenix Rising will be the team chasing for another match. Just as they did a week ago in El Paso, they gave up a goal right out of halftime. We'll see if they can't find the equalizer at some point as Kendall McIntosh calmly takes a few moments. This really, Kevin, it kind of changes the way that Oakland will want to play, being able to play with the lead.
Charlie Dennis says it best. Goals change games. And when the scoreboard changes and shifts, Oakland now has less incentive to foray forward and find those picturesque opportunities that they were getting out of Peter Wilson and Danny Trejo. Now there's a real opportunity not for them to sit and park the bus, but to play a little more conservatively, sit on the ball a little bit, soak up some possession, which they already had the lion's share of in the first half, and really drain this game out to its core. There's still a chance for Phoenix. There's so much time, but what a mirror start to this first half, this second half. It's just a real shame that they conceded the way they did.
So back, couple free kicks. As Rising will ping it around the back. Luke Biasi. Back to Boyd.
And these are the moments, Killian, there's a scientific sort of neurological thing that happens in soccer that's been studied where the 8 minutes after you either score or concede a goal, it's called the cool down period. You're most susceptible to either scoring another one or giving up another goal, and that goes for both sides of the coin here. Your emotions are unsettled. Phoenix is frustrated. You give up the penalty. You see Peter Wilson convert it, and they were oh so close to pushing it away because Rakowski guessed right. And now you have to take a deep breath, settle back into your shape, and allow yourself to play the football that kept you in range of a point for 45 minutes before. You have an entire game ahead of you. You just need to settle the run of play and find a way to get back into the game.
A lot left to be played tonight. Run in. Flores going to cross this one in right to the head of Hackshaw, who puts it right back to Flores. Flores heads it down. Gomez. Danny Flores. Flores crossed in. Edwards heads it out. Now Morsu for Damian Rivera. Rivera cutting. Rivera left-footed shot knocked down by McCabe, who stood right in front of it. Boy. Chipped over the top, Sacco and behind. Sacco with a touch with a flag stay down. Sacco hesitates. Isan Sacco, McIntosh, what a save. Now a chance potentially on the counterattack for Oakland. Long run behind. Here's Trejo, picks up. He's got Below to his left if he wants him. Trejo, a couple steps over. Trejo works himself inside of the 18, pulls out. Below, now from McCabe, back to Florian Below. Tommy McCabe, De Vicente. What a save, Kendall McIntosh. And a ball too far away, Morsu takes that ball. Sacco tries a little back heel flick, and Edwards too strong into him, and Sacco is down right at midfield.
Holding that right leg again, gets sideswiped, falls to ground, takes a fair bit of contact, and just a few moments ago was oh so close to leveling this game, getting one past Kendall McIntosh, tying this one up at one apiece, but just wasn't to be. Took a little too long in the center of the 6, and now you have to hope he's getting up because Phoenix's leading goal scorer, Isan Sacco, has been not just important, but perhaps the difference maker in this 2026 campaign so far for the Phoenicians. When they've needed goals, they've had Sacco. When they've needed points and to rescue results, they've had Sacco. And he's been really, really good here at 38th in Washington. One of the finest forwards, especially playing at home in the USL Championship. So you hope that he limps this one off because Phoenix needs Isan Sacco.
Sacco trying to walk it off, rubbing that back of the right leg. As Morsu will touch it down and go quickly. The soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. You can get your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Damian Rivera tries to chest it down to himself. Sliding in is Biasi, but pushes it well too far. Find yourself potentially a World Cup ticket, maybe on SeatGeek. Plenty of exciting matches still to go. Is say about halfway through the group stage.
I don't know about you, Killian, but the only work that I've done on SeatGeek for this World Cup so far is looking at how expensive it is. It's a little above my tax bracket to get a ticket. Jealous of those who can use SeatGeek to get one, though.
I was going to say, between that and all of us are like Joe Lowry hanging out.
Cool dream job, dude. Awesome, man. Super happy.
We miss Joe. We're glad he's out there covering the World Cup. Glad you're here with us tonight, too, with Kevin Cardaz, Killian McClatchy. Bringing this one as Phoenix Rising chasing as Rivera gets a tug, and it'll be a yellow card right out of the pocket for Jesus De Vicente.
Just gets a tug of the jersey there. Damian Rivera almost had a real chance to sort of explode down that right channel and make something happen, and everybody in an Oakland shirt knew that. So the tug of the jersey, you take the caution, and everything restarts off of a dead ball. It's the right decision because Rivera can make things happen in the blink of an eye.
And there was a lot of room there as Rivera now in behind. Hackshaw doubling back. Gets his head to it. Headed around McCabe. Biranga. And Gibson. Diego Gomez watching his every move. Jacobson. McCabe wants to go deep. Peter Wilson. He's in behind Wilson. As Boy comes over. Cross Trejo. Danny Trejo left foot. Danny Trejo has his goal tonight, and it's 2-0 Oakland.
Once again, explosive action from Peter Wilson, linking up with none other than Danny Trejo. And it's been them all night long. Just 1-2. Whether it's Danny serving the cross into the center of the six or Wilson putting a scathing shot on the back of the net. The interchange roles this time, and Danny Trejo, the beneficiary of a beautiful layoff from Peter Wilson, who just puts one right towards the top of the 6-yard box for Phoenix. Trejo cashes in, crashes towards the back of the net. It's so, so good from Oakland, and they've really earned this 2-goal lead so far here at 38th and Washington.
Trejo in his return, the former Rising man. He had 17 goals en route to the title in 2023. He's got his first in 2026 for this Oakland Roots side, and that one felt like it's been a long time coming in this first hour tonight.
He was working so hard for it, and he's a fairly worldly soccer player when it all shakes out. Trejo, when he left Phoenix, went over to Poland in the Ekstraklasa and played some European football and really got involved overseas, then came back over to Birmingham Legion and then was sent over to Oakland and has worked his way back into form for the Roots. And just like tonight, he worked himself into form over the last hour, and as we drift closer towards that hour mark, Trejo has really grown into the game and finally cashes in on a goal that, like you said, Killian, felt like it was a long time coming.
All over the top, Flores. One touch, settles it down for himself. Denny Flores fights for it. He goes down at the edge of the 18, nothing there. Potential counter chance. Jacobson. Trejo making another run in behind. Trejo, foot race to it. Boy wins it. As Boy will watch it tumble out for a goal kick.
And it's textbook clinicism there from Danny Trejo. Watch him on the run as he just goes right through the center of the field. He likes to get low. He's going to crouch, and it looks like he's running at pretty much a half stance. He's just crawling behind Potmar Boy, waiting for the layoff, and then when that final layoff comes, he explodes. He's shot out of a cannon. He's running right towards the net, almost links up with what would have been almost a dagger third goal for the Roots, and his second of the night. It would have been a beautiful brace.
Rivera waits up as Velo goes past him. Gomez, ball a little behind Flores, who has to take it. Back for Diego Gomez. Gomez clipped in behind. Damian Rivera takes a shot from McIntosh, and now they point to the spot. Rivera's down in a heap, clutching the back of his head as his teammates start to go over to check on him, and McIntosh trying to plead his case, and there's a yellow card for the keeper, Kendall McIntosh, as they're calling for the trainer.
A huddle of bodies around Damian Rivera calling for Greg Spence to make the jog out there. took a lot of contact there to the head. It was the right arm of Kendall McIntosh. That's what it looks like really clipped the head of Damian. He's down in the heat by, this is no play. There's no theatrics here. He really did take a big shot to the back of the head, and he worked to win that penalty opportunity. And I'll tell you this, Killian, you hope that Damian Rivera's okay. And this is a Phoenix team that loves to play into a 2-2 draw with Oakland. This is a scoreline that we've seen a lot over the last 2.5 years. And this is the same Phoenix Rising team that has learned to scratch and claw their way back into games. Not just against Oakland. There is no opponent that Phoenix Rising takes on in the championship that is not susceptible to what they can do when chasing from behind. This is an opportunity to break their own account open and maybe start crouching forward towards a 2-2 draw, or maybe a little more.
So as of right now, this will be the 7th penalty that has been awarded to Phoenix Rising. As Rivera, a good sign, we'll take one more look at the contact. And McIntosh just comes through, and you can see he's going for the ball, but unfortunately he does hit Rivera first. So Rivera's up. We'll see who's going to take it. Skierce, Rivera, and Sacco are all right there. Phoenix, 7 penalties have been earned. It looks like it'll be Isan Sacco. They're 5 for 6 so far this season. Sacco's been the leading man. We'll see if he can find another one and get number 9 on the year. McIntosh trying to take his time. Isan Sacco, he had 2 from the spot just a few weeks ago. This one to cut the deficit in half right at the hour mark. Now Fortville, France native. Standing tall and calmly. Sacco slots it home. It's 2-1.
Sacco mimics Peter Wilson's penalty, and I think he took it better. Drives it low, drives it hard, and gets it just past the outstretched reach of Kendall McIntosh, who dives to his left. Sacco shoots to his right. It is the exact same penalty that was just taken by Oakland and Peter Wilson. Sacco manages just to squeak it by the Roots goalkeeper, and now Phoenix are firmly back in this one. I'd say it's game on in Phoenix, Arizona.
Another goal for Isan Sacco. He's got 9 now on the year. As playing it quickly. Remind you, that is another goal from Phoenix Rising and another $100 from America First Credit Union that's being donated to a local charity through Rising's Goals for Good program. That one sent down to the middle. Rakowski came off his line as the ball twirls out of the 18. And now Morsu, a poor touch. And below had a chance to throw it in quickly to Trejo. The change readying for Phoenix. Gunnar Studenhoft ready to come on. Below, over for McCabe. 2-1 now. Peter Wilson from the spot. Danny Trejo made it 2 moments later. That one sent down to the middle. Cleared away and sent all the way back towards midfield. And it looks like that is going to open the substitutes book. And Adrian Palayo is going to be the man to come off. So an attacking-minded move for Pamuruka.
Listen, you're chasing by a goal. You just got one back in what was originally a 2-0 contest. You've given up 2 goals already in the second half, and you know that you're chasing for 3. But right now the goal is just to find your way into a point out of this one. How can you turn a draw out? Gunnar Studenhoft is perhaps the fastest player that I've ever seen play for Phoenix Rising. The way that he moves on the grass, it's like he's gliding. He is the kind of man who can change a game with his physicality alone. The speed on the field can change and tilt the field, especially in the final third. Gunnar Studenhoft has a real chance to make an impact and shift this game. Palayo comes off, and now you'll probably see JP Skiers drop back in as the left-sided center half, or maybe interchange there with Potmar Boy, the captain. You'll see them play together in possession as Biasi stays off on that right side. But Phoenix has a chance, and they put Gunnar Studenhoff in there knowing that they're going to chase not just for 1 goal, but maybe for 2.
Over the top. First touch for Gunnar. Heads it down. Gomez looks around for somewhere to go with it. Has Damian Rivera on the right wing, edge of the 18. Rivera, step over, going down towards goal. Rivera has it poked away, and it will be a goal kick. They say last off of Rivera as McIntosh goes to pick it up. And McIntosh wants to go quickly, and we want to remind you, you can bring your family out to a Rising game for an affordable price with a family value pack. Starting at just $25, receive a hot dog, drink, and a bag of chips with each ticket purchased. Go ahead and purchase them today at phxrisingfc.com. As you said, JP Skiers has slid back into the center back role. Gunnar looks to be on the striker side, or right up top. And we'll watch for Isan Sako. He'll kind of float around, I have to imagine, between the wing as well as playing as a second striker with Gunnar.
Well, when Sako came over originally, he was supposed to be a true 9, and then there was sort of a revolution of the wheel that came in the middle of last year that was, hey, this Sako guy's actually pretty good on the wing, I think. And then he became a winger, and you saw those assist totals just slowly get racked up over the course of 2025. This season, he's done a lot of intermixing and interchanging. Gunnar Studenhoff gives this 11 tonight the element of hold-up play. They weren't playing with a hold-up 9 before. Now they are.
Poor pass. Jacobson right to the center. Wilson, right foot, and Wilson just missed goal, nearly made it 3-1.
And it's not shocking to see that. You just took off a center back for a striker, and you know what you're giving up in defense, in defensive organization specifically, over the next half hour by doing that, because you know you're on the chase. And at this point, there's no points in it for you right now. If you concede that third and somehow you don't score another goal, it was all for naught. So you're trying to find a way into a point and get something out of this game. There is something on the field right now for Phoenix Rising.
Rivera has to wait for that ball. Tries to slide one through, can't get it past Gibson.
That pink smoke just won't go away on that far side.
It's kind of just hanging out like a haze or a fog, and there's a foul. Flores upends Jacobson.
This happened 2 years ago against Orange County. Here at home, Dariusz Formella scored a really big goal. Knee slid towards that far side corner, and there's a ton of really good pictures of him in the red smoke, and then it just sat there for like 15 minutes, and it didn't go away. Feels like he wants to do the same.
Morsu intercepts that pass. Jean-Eric Morsu. Over for Damian Rivera. Rivera, nice cut. Rivera still looking for somewhere to go with it. Rivera wants the shot, and it deflects off. Sako will do the wise thing and let it roll for a corner. First Carvana corner kick of the second half, and it belongs to the hosts. Got plenty of big bodies in now. Skiers, Boy, and now Gunnar. All be hanging around, looks like towards the back post. Sako chips this one in as Skiers was the man flying towards the ball. Not fully away. Gilberto Rivera crossed back in. Sako collects on the backside. Morsu wants to try and run through the ball, unable to come away clean. Ball being chipped around and now sent forward. Trejo as Biasi gets his head to that ball to end that chance. Roberto Rivera working forward, gives off Gomez. Gomez back for Rivera. Roberto Rivera crossed in back post, and Skiers a few steps behind, unable to get there.
But now Phoenix is starting to knock as 2 substitutions come in here for Oakland, trying to get fresh legs on the field. Oakland can feel it because slowly but surely Phoenix has grown into this second half specifically. They are on the front foot right now offensively. There is a chance for them to get that second goal. So you're going to see Oakland cycle out some legs, get some guys on the field that can defend and stick in, because right now Phoenix is threatening and they look dangerous.
And a very dangerous one coming in. Wolfgang Prentice.
Wolfgang, just one of the finest attacking players in the USL Championship. Was shocked to see him not go into the starting 11 at the top of this game, and now comes in, has an opportunity to break this wide open if the ball falls his way.
Prentice not in the 11, as you said. 9 goal contributions this season, 5 goals, 4 assists. He's been excellent this year. He was the man who scored the first goal the last time these two met at the beginning of the season. Roberto Rivera. And off Flores. Flores will turn as he's forced back towards midfield by Below. Morsu comes to the ball, as Morsu will give off for Boy. Boy for Gunnar, chested down, Diego Gomez. Gomez holds up, twirls around, looking for Flores, but unable to get there as it goes out the back for a goal kick. And if you can't watch the match, be sure you turn on Sirius XM FC 157. It's North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights. Plus, you can hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
It was a delightful idea there from Diego Gomez to try to chip that ball forward for Daniel Flores. Now, the problem over the last couple games has been Flores has spent a lot of time in and out of the squad for Phoenix. He's dealt with a few injuries, had a surgery over the offseason, and had to work his way back into physical form as well as game form. He's been just a touch off step with the rest of the team, just a slightly different page of the same book of everybody else on Phoenix Rising, because he needs those minutes in game to make a difference. These are the moments that matter, a whole half, 45 minutes for Daniel Flores to change it.
Ball in behind for Sacco. Sacco crossed into the middle, right-footed shot, and it's level. 2-2. It's Diego Gomez. Gomez had the first in the first meeting, and he's got the equalizer in the second.
A delightful idea from Diego Gomez turns into a delightful strike on the back of the net. All started from an incisive ball from Jean-Eric Morsu, clipped into the center of the 18 from Isan Sacco, and what a place and time to be for Diego Gomez, who just nestles this one into the bottom left corner, manages to get that right foot to the ball. Kendall McIntosh caught in no man's land. Phoenix levels it here, and there's more than enough time to go find your third. There are 3 points back on the table. We've been saying it, Killian. There was something in this game for Phoenix, even down 2 goals. Now they have a chance to play for 3.
We'd said Oakland, when they play on the road, you're going to see plenty of goals scored between the two teams, as Diego Gomez has himself his second goal on the year, and his second goal for Phoenix Rising is another $100 from America First Credit Union being donated to a local charity through Rising's Goals for Good program.
It's just, to me, Killian, this is a testament to the work ethic of Phoenix Rising to go down 2 goals so early in the second half, to give up that penalty the way they did, and the mentality to stay in, hang around, and know that the chances were not just going the way of Oakland, but were going the way of Phoenix as well.
So Oakland goes from 2-0 up, feeling comfortable, and now it's a brand new match with 20-plus minutes left. Prentice crossed in, and it's 3-2. The answer nearly immediately, and it's Florian Below.
And just like that, Killian, there was also 3 points on the table for an Oakland Roots side who has said that this is far from over. It's perfect work, and for them to stay composed as well, to know that the game was going both ways, to stay committed to what was happening. Florian Below just does everything right to get that third goal. And once again, Phoenix Rising sitting on the back foot. They'll have to find a third punch. Their third goal won't be a knockout. It'll be one to stick around and find another round.
Velo completely unmarked, and Wolfgang Prentice, one of his first bits of action in the match, and he has the assist to give Oakland the lead right away. No more than 60 seconds after Phoenix equalizes, and it takes us to a hydration break. Kevin, goodness gracious, take a seat, take a deep breath. It has been an exciting second half so far.
Listen, 5 goals over the last, 30 minutes pretty much? It has been a fantastic game. Now Phoenix needs to find a way to get goal 6 here.
Speaking of those goals, let's give them all to you. In the 47th, this is where it started. It was a penalty earned. Adrian Pelayo goes through the back of Peter Wilson. And surprise, surprise, Peter Wilson finds the back of net. Second straight match. Do a little dance for him. Wilson, it was 1-0. 10 minutes later, right back the other way, it's Peter Wilson once again. This time, he's not the goal scorer. He finds Danny Trejo, the former Rising man, who makes it 2-0.
Danny Trejo, right place, right time, and a perfect touch on the ball to get it past Rakowski. It was beautiful link-up play from Peter Wilson and Danny Trejo. They find that second goal.
You had to wonder where the match was going to go. It was 2-0, and then an opportunity. Damian Rivera takes a punch to the back of the head from Kendall McIntosh, earns a penalty, and Isan Sako has his 9th goal on the season, and that made it 2-1. You kind of get the feeling you had it. Phoenix was building a little bit of momentum, working their way back into the match, and then just a few minutes ago, it was Isan Sako. Again, he scores the penalty. This time, a beautiful find from Morsu, and Sako completes it to Diego Gomez, who has his 2nd goal this season versus Oakland.
Yeah, Diego Gomez, once again, just like Danny Trejo, right place, right time, equalizes the game at 2-2. It starts off an incisive pass from Morsu, and they get it done.
But then, just a moment ago, before we went to the hydration break, hadn't even sat back down yet and figured out what was going on before Wolfgang Prentice found the wide open head of Florian Velo, and it was right back 3-2. As a few more changes out of the hydration break, and it's a couple more attacking options. Dambaji as well as Kelvin Arase coming on for Phoenix Rising for Damian Rivera and Gilberto Rivera.
Kelvin Arase and Dominique Baji, 2 of the supposed mainstays in this team who have just been out for far too long. Phoenix just wanted them on the field oh so bad, but they had to work their way back from various injuries. Baji played an opening stint against the Miami FC and then immediately found himself on the injury report. Arase has been dealing with injuries since he came to Phoenix last year, and now over the last 2 games, we've seen them both make not only the game day squad, but also find their way onto the field. Now for the 2nd game in a row, they have a chance to make an impact. They did against El Paso. Can they do it again tonight?
So we get about 15 or so minutes to see what they can do with their time. De Vicente chests it down. Prentice tries to get it behind Biasi, sliding tackle, and just knocks that one away into the dugout.
And I like the idea to bring Dom Baji on here, 33 years old, and after you conceded a goal about 50 seconds after equalizing the game, there's a feeling that you need some stability on the field. I feel like Baji can give you that.
Trejo all wrapped up, and Prentice slicing his way through, and there's the brace for Peter Wilson. What a run from Prentice, and it's 4-2 Oakland.
There were 6 goals to be had here in the second half, Killian, but 4 of them to go towards Oakland roots is just not what Phoenix had in mind. Peter Wilson receiving a delightful cross in the center of the 6, just puts that one right past Patrick Rakowski, comes off the throw. It's great hold-up play on the outside by Trejo, and it's just picture perfect there from Oakland. The Roots find a way to get 2 goals back on top of Phoenix, and now Rising have 12 minutes to get 2 goals to get back on level terms. They went into halftime, in case anybody forgot, 0-0.
6 goals in about 40 minutes of action so far tonight. Wilson has a brace. He's got 9 now on the year. Prentice has been on the pitch for no more than 10 minutes, and he has 2 assists. He's got 6 now, and Phoenix right back to where they were about 15 minutes ago, down 2. Ball in behind, Sacco. Gunnar is going to be the first one too. Gunnar for Sacco, unable to get there. De Vicente closed it down, and it will be a corner as Sacco will hurry over to the near side to take this corner.
I don't know what got said at the halftime locker room, Killian, but there was a directive from both teams to just run it up. I've never seen this happen here in this stadium.
See if Sacco can deliver a ball and find an opportunity to pull one back. Sacco for the near post. That one headed away by McCabe, who goes to ground. And it's knocked away. It will be a goal kick as they're going to go and check on Tommy McCabe for a second as he's a little slow to get up.
McCabe just absorbs a little contact there up on the goal line, trying to defend away and keep that ball up. Morsu rose really high to try to win that header and keep it alive for Phoenix in the 18. Almost did, but that corner kick just lofted a little low from Sacco. Needs to get it towards that back post and give anybody a chance. Those big bodies that they have, Studenhoff, Dominique Badji, who could rise, Potmar Boy, JP Skiers, but nobody really had a chance on that back post.
Fans, eFootball is here. You can live your dream and rep your team. Playing as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play, so go and download it now. Ball knocked around. Prentice dispossessed by Boy. Ball through the back. Gunnar tried to get to it. Gunnar gets upended as McIntosh, who was on a yellow, came out to play that ball and wisely done so to negate a chance from Gunnar Studenhoff. Wilson chested down. Morsu played for Boy. Boy up in the midfield, over for Sacco. Everybody just looking a little out of sorts. And Sacco still waiting. Sacco still going. Has that one sent away. Touch a little too long. Gomez can't step in front of it. De Vicente working ahead. Is going to give it off to Danny Trejo. Biasi pushes him all the way back, and Trejo just shields it and looks immediately to the head referee, arms raised. Gomez does a nice job to step in front of that one. Good bit of play, Morsu. Swung over, Skiers. Pressing ahead, Skiers crossed in, looking for Gunnar. Hackshaw gets his foot to it first, though. Peter Wilson, too strong of a touch. Morsu finds Sacco. Sacco clips one forward for Badji. Badji, tight angle shot knocked away by McIntosh.
A very professional chance there from Dominique Badji, who manages to flip his hips completely around and almost get that one past Kendall McIntosh. That was a real chance there for Dom. And now another corner kick. Phoenix is out there flying. They have a chance to really cash in here.
So the man with, as it stands, the game-winning goal, Florian Velo, will exit. He'll make way for Julian Bravo. Get a little extra defending help as Oakland tries to hold on to this 2-goal advantage. They've squandered it once. Don't want to do it again. Another Carvana corner kick. Sacco, another short one clipped in, headed towards goal, and McIntosh just got a hand to that one and punched it up over the top. It was Skiers who got his head to it. Skiers trying to find that top corner. They'll reset and do it once more. Sacco, this one played in towards the back post. Boy gets his head to it this time, but unable to put it on target.
Phoenix has manufactured real chances there from this near side corner flag. Sacco, the delivery, much better on those 2 corner kicks. JP Skiers also close to getting that header to go onto the back of the net. Almost went top bins up and over Kendall McIntosh, but what a stand there from Oakland's goalkeeper to stick in and push the ball up and over the crossbar. It conceded another corner, but it kept that 3rd goal for Phoenix Rising off the sheet. And it stays a 2-goal deficit here for Phoenix at home.
2 big saves. His ball gets headed around. De Vicente plays back. Gunnar trying to work his way around Hackshaw. Gunnar gets taken down. And they're going to say it's a foul on Gunnar for the contact.
As Studenhoff does initiate the contact, he makes a decision. Do I cut to my left, or do I just try to win out by sprinting as fast as I possibly can? I'm going to nudge this ball along and see if I can win the foot race. He nudges the ball and then realizes I may not win this foot race. So then he makes a decision. Do I use my left shoulder and try to clip in and get the ball back, or do I let this one ride? He does commit the foul, but it's the right idea based on the decision he made prior to not cut towards the left and instead just charge forward and try to win something on his own.
Wilson knocks it down, goes right over the top of him. Arase tries to find a hole, and it's played back for Edwards. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and the ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Prentice lays off for Trejo, and now it's going to be a set piece and a free kick in a very dangerous spot. And somebody just got booked. Not sure if it was Boy or Gomez. Both were right up in the face of the head referee. Not happy about that call being made.
Based on the way that Diego Gomez peeled off and walked back, I'd say that he's probably the one who got hit with the caution as Marboy stayed there to push the issue. You can hear the crowd slowly getting into this one, but this is a very dangerous opportunity for Oakland, and a fifth goal would be a backbreaker. If it already hasn't been issued, that Florian Velo flick on into the back of the net could have been a nail in the coffin, but something here from about 22 yards out would be a dagger.
So they're waiting. Waiting for everybody to get set up for this free kick straight away. There's Peter Wilson hobbling a little bit on that far side as he slowly makes his way back. In line, took a little bit of contact. So De Vicente, he's going to take it as Rakowski leaps up, makes the save as Boy able to clear it out. Baji going to be the first man to get to it. Now Sacco. Rising, they're going to need a goal if they want to have a chance to get something out of tonight. Baji calling for it. They're going to swing it to him. Can Baji get there? Baji first touch. De Vicente fighting with him over it, and it will be a corner. De Vicente cannot believe it.
That's all heart there from Dom Baji. Just racing down the line. Everything that he has in the tank being thrown onto the field there to try to get a touch back to that ball. Little did he know, it had already been touched, and they were fighting for what was already to be a Phoenix Rising corner kick. This is what should be one of the last real chances for Phoenix Rising, and they still have a little bit of time here. 3 minutes to go in regulation. Probably a fair amount of stoppage on the way due to the goal scoring. So there's still an opportunity, but a player down for Oakland means that we're going to have even more time added to the watch as Rakowski's made the walk outside of his area to have a conversation with the center referee. I think it's Peter Wilson.
Yeah, it is Peter Wilson who is down. He went down right after that set piece. They're trying to come and get Peter Wilson, who looks to be in a good bit of discomfort, as Alexander Vukovic is going to come on, and they're going to bring the stretcher out to come and get Peter Wilson. So they're going to make their way out. Certainly will be some time added on for this one.
You need to get off. Wait here.
Wilson. Yeah, Wilson's going to be taken off. Bradley Roberson looks like he's going to be the man to come on.
Wilson, from the get, it looked like was asking for somebody to come over and take him off. He's been sort of hitting the field in frustration, but he looks distraught, Killian. I think that whatever contact he took as he's holding what I believe to be that right knee, he was talking with the physio, motioning towards somewhere in the area, probably where he took said contact, but you have to hope that he's okay. Wilson, one of the premier goal scorers in the USL Championship. He shoulders a lot of the attack for Oakland Roots. Like you said, Golden Boot winner last season. And you hate to see a player of his caliber go down. He is one of the finest in this league.
So they've made gotten him off the pitch, and they'll tend to him as Roberson comes on. And while that was going on, Rising still does have a corner kick to take. So Sacco, as now a white kit goes rolling on the turf. That was Gunnar Studenhoft, one of the men involved in the kerfuffle down there. Sacco. Need to get something here. High chip ball towards the back post, headed up. Vukovic to the center, and they get one back. Rising grab the ball out of the net, and they hustle back quickly. Not sure who got the final touch on it. It was Vukovic who headed it towards the center, and it might have been Arase.
It's Arase or it's an Oakland-owned goal. There were so many bodies there in the 6-yard box for Phoenix. As that cross came in, so much commotion on that back post. Everybody fighting for the ball, but Alexander Vukovic keeps it alive, and it is Kelvin Arase who nods that one into the back of the net. Phoenix, it's once again game on. They're going to have a lot of stoppage time. 10 minutes to play. You have an entire stanza of this game remaining. You can leave it on the pitch, empty the tank. If you can find that 4th goal, this is one of the most miraculous results I've ever seen at 38th and Washington.
That's another Rising goal and another $100 from America First Credit Union being donated to a local charity through Rising's Goals for Good program. It has been an absolutely wild night, and strap in because we got 10 more minutes to go. This one is not over yet. Ball played over the top. Sacco can't get there to it. David Sente knocks it around now. Trejo. Prentice waits up for it. You have to imagine it's in Oakland's best interest to try and slow this thing down. It has been wild as can be. Is a strong challenge by Biasi, and it's out for a throw-in to Oakland.
Phoenix is not going to let them slow down the pace. It's going to be Oakland's best interest to slow the game down. Phoenix is going to throw everything out here on the field. They have their most athletic, high-flying bodies left here. They're going to try to win a corner or just put something on net on the counter, but they have all the tools out there on the field. Everything is there for them to take. There are points on the table for Phoenix. There is something in this for them.
You have options to manage your bill. Find rate plan information and programs like budget billing and so much more at aps.com/let's talk. Can probably try calling them and chatting about this match. Don't know how much that'll do for your bill, but nonetheless, at least somebody to talk to after this wild 90-plus minutes, and we're not done just yet. 4-3, a brace from Peter Wilson. The former Rising man, Danny Trejo, and Florian Velo, the goal scorers. Sacco, Diego Gomez, and Kelvin Arase, who has his first goal in a Rising kit. As Rising continue to chase, as Boy fights with Roberson, goes down, and there will be a foul on Roberson. It'll be a free kick to Phoenix, who want to go quickly.
Just Arase's 5th USL Championship appearance for Phoenix Rising. So far in his career with the team over the last year and a half, he's really battled to get back on the field. No man more deserving of that moment than Kelvin Arase, and it comes in a huge spot for the team. If they can turn this one into a 4th goal, we'll remember that one for a long time.
I think if a 4th goal is found, I think everybody is going to remember this one. Vukovic played over for Arase. Plays back for Vukovic. 7 minutes left of the 10. Still a lot of time left in this match. Biasi tried to find Sacco. Poor pass intercepted by Baji. Skiers turns around. Now Arase in the middle, over for Sacco. Sacco tries to cross right off the back of De Vicente, as Hackshaw just has to clear it away. It will be a throw. Phoenix needs to decide what they want to do with it, and it looks like it's going to be more Sue, and imagine they're going to set up this long throw.
And you have to. You don't know how many more opportunities at this you're going to get. You have about 6 minutes to go. You have to make every moment count here down the stretch.
More Sue. Long toss in, a tug of the kit, Arms raised in the dugout for Phoenix. Nothing there. Very easily could have been a penalty to Phoenix for the second time tonight. Now Arase sprinting in behind. Arase, nice sliding challenge in behind from Oakland. It'll be a corner on the far side.
Not a whole lot of time to press the issue if you're Phoenix, but there was a tug of the jersey inside the 18. You have a chance to just make it all back here from that far side corner flag.
The third goal came game by way of a corner. Can they find the fourth in the same fashion? The South End making some noise for their hometown team. Sacco sent towards the middle. Vukovic as McIntosh punches it away. Morsu skies it too tall. Vukovic was there. He'd just come on. He'd come on to be one of those big bodies for these corners and nearly had the equalizer, but McIntosh came up big once again.
McIntosh standing oh so tall there in between his own sticks. That is save of the game if this result holds still. Just rose up and completely negated the athleticism of Alexander Vukovic, who, like you said, Killian, is put on simply to win those headers. What a save from Kendall.
Twirling around after that one. Sent all the way down, takes a couple deflections. Phoenix trying to get it out of their own third and just laid out. It'll be a throw in to Oakland. Austin Roberson tries to chase this one down. Rakowski gets a ball from behind the goal, and he's going to go quickly. 6 of the 10 played. Biasi over the top, looking for Gunnar as Hackshaw wins it. Biasi comes over, and it'll be throw into Phoenix. It was a late equalizer in the 2-2 draw they played the first time this season. Trying to sneak a ball through De Vicente in the right spot, though, to intercept that pass from Morsu. Trejo. Prentice, his boy, comes over to help. Morsu as well closes down. Boy throws it in quickly. Boy. Really just launching this one in deep behind. Now I got to get back on defense, though. Here comes Oakland. Ball fed through. Vukovic, though, intercepts it. Arase gets taken down. They're going to play the advantage. Baji pressed ahead for Sacco, and it's knocked away. It'll be a throw into Phoenix. 97 played. Sacco, the quick throw. Phoenix has got to get some more bodies forward. Flores, that one deflected around. Sacco can't get around De Vicente, and now it goes off of Sacco.
Phoenix needs to be very careful on how they're attacking here because they do have all the makings of getting their fourth goal, but if they are to slip in defense and that fifth goal goes through the back of the net, this one is over. There's still enough time. You have to defend this well from Oakland, and then Phoenix has one more opportunity to push forward and get their goal.
Morsu throws it in. Prentice flicks this one up. Bit of a strong touch from Boy as Vukovic plays it all the way back to Rakowski. Rakowski. Long ball played over the top. Headed down. Boy helping out in the attack. Boy hesitates. Potmar. Boy went for the shot. Not the man you want taking that one as Vukovic in behind, limping around a little bit right around midfield.
Vukovic was sort of keeled over as that counterattack grew and took shape and is now just trying to gut this last 2 minutes out. Marboy, why not have a crack? You're that close, and there were really no open outfield wide options for Marboy to lay off to. So, I mean, at this point, you have nothing to lose. Take the shot. He did, just a little high.
Boy heads it up. Prentice settles it down, De Vicente. Clips it forward for Trejo, and it's going to be out. It'll be a goal kick. Actually going to say a corner as they're pointing that far side. Everybody's trying to figure out what was going on. They said the flag was up, pointing to the corner, pointing to the ball. So they're saying it's a corner.
The offside flag went up on the far side. That's why Rakowski is simply stunned. They know that the flag went up, and now they're just trying to figure out what the difference is.
And so now Oakland's sitting here, and everybody, Sacco frustrated. They want this ball back in. Trejo comes out. He's going to try and take as much time as he can, and now Trejo gets into it. And there's a straight red card shown. Danny Trejo is done, as he and Biasi got into it. And now Trejo is going to have a seat right near the corner.
A direct red there for Danny Trejo. So he tries to win the ball back on the goal line, and it looks to me Biasi is trying to stop himself from carrying out of control and falling over Danny Trejo. Now, the problem is that he doesn't quite fully stop that forward momentum, so he does sort of hit Trejo with his boots a little bit, and then Danny grabs the legs of Biasi and just rips him to ground near that ad board on the goal line.
And so that is going to be the last bit of action. What a wild night in Phoenix. 7 goals, a 4-3 Oakland victory. They snapped the 7-match winless streak against Phoenix Rising. A red card and everything in between, as these two teams come together, and plenty of words to be said from both sides to each other, and another hard-fought matchup between two Western Conference foes.
Nothing left outside of that field. There was so much in this game. You couldn't name something that a soccer match could have that this one didn't. It ends with a red. Phoenix may feel a little slighted in the fact that the last 2 minutes of the game were simply trying to figure out if an offside flag was up or if Danny Trejo was going to exit the field. Ultimately, you can't complain too much when you concede 4 goals. Phoenix so close to getting a point out of this one, but they'll go into the mental health break and essentially a bye week without a point.
So Oakland takes the 3 points, 4-3. Don't go anywhere. We're going to wrap things up for you on the Circle K post-match report when we come back.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger, like the new Big Ranch Wrap, a crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with our Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese. Make it even bigger with fries and a drink for a little more. Now that's a big deal. The Whata deal, now at What a Burger. Download the app.
Billy, I need help with the clicker.
Yeah, wait 1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car.
Billy, you still there?
Okay,
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, M-O-V.
Vehicle features, no accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. Do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
"4-3 final from Phoenix as Oakland snaps a 7-match winless run against Phoenix. They take the 3 points tonight, and they push themselves further up the Western Conference standings. You're watching the Circle K post-match report. Killian McClatchy, Kevin Cardaz. And what a match it was, and it all came in the second 45. 7 goals in this one, Kevin. It's your match highlights presented by Gila Rivers Resorts and Casinos, and it started all the way back in the 47th minute, which seems like almost yesterday. Peter Wilson earns the penalty and slots it home.
I mean, yeah, it's a perfect penalty from Peter Wilson, and it really got the party started. Like we said, when it rains, it pours. He put that in. It was perfect, and it's the first of many.
Yeah, and the 56th coming right back. Danny Trejo from Peter Wilson. This time assisting Trejo. It's an easy tap in, one of the easier goals for Danny Trejo. The former Rising man makes it 2-0. But Phoenix Rising, as they have pretty much all season long, what they're known for, fighting back. Damian Rivera takes some contact in the box. He earns a penalty, and Isan Sacco converts from the spot.
It was perfect from Sacco as well. An identical penalty to the one that Peter Wilson took. All night long, they felt like it was coming, and that was the first of, once again, many.
10 minutes later, a lovely find from Morsu. A better pass from Isan Sacco, who finds Diego Gomez's second goal in as many matches against Oakland Roots. And this is what leveled it, and it was a brand new match at this point. But then, no more than 3 minutes later, Wolfgang Prentice, one of his first bits of action. He's been great all year. It's another assist from Wolfgang. Unmarked Florian Below.
It's just right to the center of the 6. Florian Below, right place, right time, nods one to the back of the net, and that's what really started sort of the outpouring there for Oakland.
5 minutes later, Wolfgang Prentice ×2. His second assist of the night. He finds the striker, Peter Wilson. He has the brace. Then we fast forward all the way to the 90th. Off of a corner, Phoenix Rising looking, scrambling. Kelvin Arase has his first goal on a Rising kid.
Studenhoff to Vukovic to Kelvin Arase. It was head tennis inside the 6-yard box. It was perfect from Phoenix Rising, and they felt like they had a real chance at that fourth goal. It didn't come, but the third one was very, very good.
An exciting finish, an incredible match as we head into the break, about the midway point of the season. 4-3 Oakland Roots. Shots pretty much level. You're going to be hard-pressed to find a better match in the championship, I think, this season for what this had in the last 45 minutes.
Early contender for Game of the Year. Certainly a winner for best half played in the USL Championship in 2026. I'll say it now. There is no half that will be better played unless it's a USL Championship final with some beautiful penalty kicks at the end. It was perfect, Killian. It was perfect.
Well, Phoenix Rising, their next match off for a few weeks, 4th of July. They'll face Colorado Springs on the road. Oakland Roots, they will hit the road themselves. They will face New Mexico. Well, Kevin, I want to appreciate you for joining us tonight. A big thanks to our entire crew. Closing thoughts from you this evening as we head to the break.
Phoenix gets to head into a mental health break, essentially a bye week for the team where they get to sort of regroup and relift their spirits, because this has been a tough 2 weeks for Phoenix Rising, but thankfully they are still in it, and the Western Conference table is oh so compact. Tonight, that's a good thing.
Well, for my partner, Kevin Cardaz, my name is Killian McClatchy. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Big thanks to our entire crew. I want to thank you for watching this presentation of the USL Championship.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.